Hello everyone, it's Olumayowa Victor Ogushala from iDPS Consult Netherlands. iDPS means I diagnose and proffer solutions. Today I've got something very interesting for everyone, whether you are a student or an entrepreneur or an industry professional, irrespective of the sector that you may be working in. This video should be very interesting for you. This is because today I talk about assertive behavior. I talk about assertiveness. I will be talking about assertiveness by putting it into the context of other behaviors, which are the passive submissive behavior, aggressive behavior, passive aggressive behavior, as well as, of course, you guessed it right, assertive behavior. Before I go on, I'd like to state that your style of behavior can either undermine or impact your personal impact in the situations that you find yourself in. So if you find yourself in a personal situation or in a professional situation, your style of behavior most of the times determine the outcome of the situation. I mean, if the outcome will be positive or negative. So this is why our style of behavior is very, very important. Let's start with the first style of behavior that I would like to talk about, which is the passive submissive behavior. The passive submissive behavior is when you submit your own legitimate wants, needs, or interest to the wants, needs, of interest of others. Maybe then you ask, what are the signs or what are the characteristics of a passive submissive behavior? When you are afraid to disagree, that is characteristics number one of a passive submissive behavior. Afraid to disagree. Yeah? When you feel guilty of saying no, this is also a sign that you have a passive submissive behavior. When you are unwilling to take responsibility, most of the times, that is another sign or characteristics of a passive submissive behavior. When you find it difficult to ask for help, this is another characteristics of a passive submissive behavior. When you find it difficult to offer your own point of view or to give feedback to others, this could also be a characteristics of a passive submissive behavior. Also, when you are apologetic or you are submissive most of the times, then your behavior is passive submissive. Most times, people who have a passive submissive behavior are mourning, they are usually helpless, and they are always playing the victim. Let's go to another type of behavior, which is the aggressive behavior. This is when you put your own wants, needs, and interests ahead of the wants, needs, and interests of other people, but you do so in a most inappropriate manner. Then you are said to have an aggressive behavior. What are the characteristics of assertive behavior? Most times you are controlling, or most times you are abusive, or most times you are arrogant. Most times when someone has an aggressive behavior, they are afraid to ask for help. Most times, instead of asking, you are demanding. Then you can be said to have an aggressive behavior. When people have an aggressive behavior, they want to win at all costs. Let's go to the third type of behavior, which is the passive aggressive behavior. Yeah, it's very complex. Yeah, this is mostly hidden. Yeah, these are the guys that make people feel bad most of the times, but they do so in a very indirect way. These guys, that is the people who have the passive aggressive behavior, they are very good at pushing blames on others. Yeah, so it's never their fault, but it is the fault of others. What are the characteristics of the passive aggressive behavior? Characteristic number one, these guys use a lot of sarcasm rather. So they are very sarcastic. Yeah, these guys are very pessimistic. They are always complaining. They like to play the victim at all times. They are resentful. They like to blame others for their own failures. People with a passive aggressive behavior are usually manipulative and deceitful. Let's go to the very last type of behavior, which is the assertive behavior. Assertive behavior is when you are standing up for what you believe in And you are doing so by making sure that you respect the views and rights of others. So you say, this is what I believe in, this is how I feel that we should do it. But when you do that, you respect the rights and the views of others as well. Assertive behavior is a win-win style of behavior. What are the characteristics of an assertive behavior? If you are assertive, you are most of the times confident and you are most of the time successful. If you are assertive, you want to collaborate with others. You want to listen to the views of others. You want to collaborate. You want to give feedback and get feedback from others. When you're assertive, you want to seek and accept feedback like I just said, and you also want to accept criticism. So when you're assertive, you don't say no to criticism, you accept criticism. When you have assertive behavior, you take responsibility for your own mistakes. When you are assertive, you listen to others and you respect the views of others. When you are assertive, you give praise to others when this is due. Lastly, when you are assertive, you do the right things. That is, you are effective and you do things right, which means you are efficient. It's not always easy to do the right things or to do things right, but when you have assertive behavior, you are always pushing for effectiveness and efficiency. To sum it up, aggressive behavior is I run you. Your views do not matter. I do not respect you. I respect myself. I run you. That is aggressive behavior. On the other hand, passive submissive behavior is my views do not matter. You run me. I do not respect myself, but I respect you. What about the passive aggressive behavior? You do not have respect for others and you do not have respect for yourself. Lastly, the assertive behavior, like I mentioned, is a win-win situation. You have high level of respect for others, you have high level of respect for yourself. When you have assertive behavior, you also have a high level of emotional intelligence. That means you have a high level of self-management, you have high level of self-awareness, you have high level of relationship management, and you have high level of social awareness. With assertive behavior, you have a strong and effective impact on personal situations or professional situations. That was the video today on assertive behavior, which is what I recommend. Let us do away with passive submissive behavior or aggressive behavior or passive aggressive behavior. Thank you. As you know, I like to get feedback from you on how to serve you better. So please make comments down below this YouTube video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get notifications when we have any new video. You can also give us feedback by going on the website www.idpsconsults.com. We love to hear from you because at iDPS Consult Netherlands, we exist to educate the world and also to diagnose business problems and provide smart solutions. As you know, I will not go until I talk about my passion. And my passion is that Africa must develop and Africa must be united. Therefore, I say, are you an African anywhere in the world? Keep doing everything to promote African unity and keep doing everything to ensure that Africa must develop. In English language, I like to say thank you very much. In Dutch language, I like to say thank you well. Yoruba language from Nigeria, West Africa, I say Esheo. Bye.